Hey guys, what's up? Chief Pat here, and today bringing you guys a brand new Clash Royale video, and today we're going to be bringing out the Golem as we knock our way through a challenge. Now, as you guys know, I've been playing a lot of Lava Hound lately, and a lot of people don't have the Lava Hound, so I thought I would substitute the Golem in and see if it works just as effectively as a tank. Now, obviously, with the Golem on the ground, it sort of ruins the premise of having this beastly air deck where we have the Mega Minion and the minions, but still, it should be plenty effective. It does cost one more elixir, which does make a pretty big difference, but let's go ahead and try inside of this challenge where I'm already 3-0, and hopefully we can make our way to 6 wins. Now for my starting hand, I do have the Golem. Notice how risky it is though with 8 elixir cost. If my opponent plays like a Royal Giant, a Hog Rider, you could be in a lot of trouble, but as he makes his way down the lane, I'm going to let that Ice Spirit freeze my tower, and now take a look at my minions. My minions are killing the skeleton army. He spent so much on this push right here that I'm actually just going to go ahead and have to defend against it, and if I can survive my way through this defense, I think we should be able to take down that right-hand tower. So take a look at the Inferno Dragon. It is so distracted, and it's being shot down by my tower. The Tombstone was so excellent on defense, and now that we protected that left-hand tower, we can go in with our Golem for that right-hand tower, and let's see if he even has a shred of a hope of defending against it. Now, Inferno Towers will knock down my Golem eventually. I'm still not too worried about it. It's going to have to burn through those Golemites, and honestly, the Inferno Tower, or the Inferno Dragon, does take a decent amount of time to heat up. Now that that right tower is destroyed, Mega Minion's going to run over to that Inferno Dragon and even going to kill the other Mega Minion. We just have such a massive elixir lead right now. I might as well drop another Golem and see if we can knock out this left-hand tower. So one push down the right-hand lane, and you guys could already see how powerful this deck was. Even with an Inferno Dragon, which is a decent counter to the Golem, we stopped him right in his tracks and knocked that tower down. It was all about defending against that first push, and we end up taking a commanding lead. Now, a perfect zap on that skeleton army will knock out his defense right there. I've got minions running down the lane. I've got an Ice Wizard in my hand as well. There goes the Inferno Dragon, and honestly, I should have just saved up and played my lightning spell on the Inferno Dragon. But honestly, not too big of a deal. Again, I've got the Miner. I've got the Golemites onto the tower. It's going to take that Inferno Dragon so long to burn it down. And now with my minions locking onto both the tower and the Inferno Dragon, we did a decent amount of damage, and we took that tower to half HP. You're almost guaranteed every single time to get damage against the tower right there, and it worked out really, really well. And let's go ahead and set up for another defense. Now, Zap Spell and Tombstone will knock out that 10 elixir push that he had going on. It only cost me 5 elixir to defend. Let's play another Golem towards the very back, and he's going to bring out the Lava Hound for the very first time inside of the game. So I don't really need to worry about the Lava Hound too much, honestly. I think he's probably going to Lightning Spell me because he's probably using the same exact deck that I've been using, except he has the Inferno Dragon instead of probably the Miner. And there goes the Lightning Spell. It will kill all of my defenses, but another Tombstone will keep him stopped right in his tracks. Lightning Spell is going to go down onto the Inferno Dragon, onto the Tombstone, and onto the tower. The tower is already so low, and with the Zap Spell helping out for the Golem, it's going to take the tower all the way down near 0, and at 221 HP, my Miner should be able to finish off that tower and give me the second crown of the game. So things look amazing. He's not even going to get that left-hand tower unless he has any direct damage to knock it out. Maybe a lightning spell. So instead of using my anything on defense, I'm just going to use my Ice Wizard on the right-hand side. Tower only went down to 10 HP, so we're going to pick up a clean 2 crown to 0 victory using the Golem inside of this lightning deck. So just as effective as the Lava Hound. It's a little bit riskier of a deck just because of that 1 extra elixir to get the Golem going. And I do feel like the Golem is a tad bit weaker to defenses just because you have to deal with the cannon, you have to deal with the Tombstone, you have to deal with all those defenses that target ground only, but it still works so effectively. So if you guys don't have the Lava Hound, you can definitely use this deck instead. Now getting ready for battle number 2, let's go ahead and face off against Gaz of God, and instead of letting my Tombstone do its thing, he's just going to zap and log it down, giving me a 1 elixir positive trade. Really not too sad about that. And let's go ahead and get ready to push down this right-hand side of the map. I've got the Lightning Spell in my hands, and let's go ahead and Lightning down the Giant, Lightning down the Dark Prince, and Lightning down the Mega Minion for a pretty nasty trade right there. And things are looking really good. Now, the Ice Wizard might die to that Dark Prince. That's a-okay. Let's go ahead and drop our Miner onto the tower, followed up by our minions, and take a look at this push. We've got such a massive counter push right now, and this is really a great way to play the deck. You've got the counter push going down. He drops a 5 elixir Giant. That's going to die instantly to my minions and my Mega Minion. It does give him time for my Miner to die, but now my Mega Minion's onto the tower. It's going to get 3 total hits against the tower right there, and now it's all the way down to 1147 HP, plus I have an elixir lead in this battle. Sometimes I can just feel when I have an elixir lead. If my opponent is constantly on defense and is spending a bunch of elixir defending with the Giant, with the Zap Spell, I know that I definitely have a lead. And as my Golem rumbles down the lane, here comes the 3 Musketeers. and we got to find a way to take these bad girls out. Now, my lightning spell isn't in rotation yet, which is so sad, and now that it's finally in rotation, I'm going to play it right now. It took way too long to get out. It's actually going to lightning the Dark Prince and to not even take that third musketeer out. Golem's going to explode and turn into some golemites and make their way towards the tower, doing a little bit more damage, but this could be a pretty deadly counter push that he has lined up. I didn't have my lightning spell for the 3 musketeers, and that could prove to be a little bit costly, so let's not freak out on defense. Let's just let him do his thing, realize how powerful the tombstone is as a defensive card, and now that the minions can kill that musketeer, we're going to be a-okay and not take barely any damage on that right-hand tower. Now, double elixir is definitely where this deck shines. Being able to get that golem down without worrying about your opponent just stockpiling one side of the map and destroying you feels really good. So let's go ahead and play the golem now, and this is going to give me plenty of time to get to my lightning spell to take out his 3 musketeers whenever they go down. And speaking of 3 musketeers, there are those lovely ladies right now. Now, take a look at that lightning spell deployment. I avoided the giant, but he did play that Dark Prince, which made it so I couldn't take out all 3 of the musketeers. Miner's going to go down onto the musketeer as well, and as I deploy that zap spell, maybe not the best idea, because I think it kept the musketeer alive. But again, we're going to go ahead and keep defending. I've got a tombstone helping out against this giant. My golemites are dragging his troops all the way across the map. And now I've got another golem that I can deploy, and let's go ahead and do that right now. So a brilliant push is coming up right now with the golem right inside of his face. He does not have enough elixir to drop the 3 musketeers. I'm going to go ahead and keep cycling through my minions, through my mega minion. His Dark Prince is not going to be able to stop any of those air troops. Look at my ice wizard doing a disco dance, and that will be the end of the game in style as we take out that mega minion with a zap and wrap up that tower. So we only took 104 damage during that battle. 104 damage. That is ridiculous. We're going to get 55 more cards, 1,000 gold. That is win number 2 using this deck on the ladder, and I'm 5-0 inside of this challenge. So let's go ahead and see if we can get one more battle done and pick up a victory. Now, seeing what N64 is going to play, if he has an Inferno Tower, we will have to deal with that eventually. Of course, we do have the Lightning Spell, so the Lightning Spell is effective against the Inferno Tower using this deck, obviously. Let's go and play the Golem in the back, and as we wait for N64 to deploy a card, he's just going to hang out. He dropped emotes on me, so he has to know I'm going to be coming to his side of the map. I have no idea what this guy is doing, and I honestly don't even care. So Mega Minion to back up the Golem. I've got the lightning spell if I needed to use it, but since he's using the barbarians, obviously not worth it. There goes a rocket, which will only hit my Mega Minion, and he just spent so much elixir right there. I have no idea what he was thinking. Golemites, Miner, and the minions will beat down that tower. I'm just going to play a tombstone on the other side of the map, and as his lumberjack goes down, it's just going to get assassinated by my minions. And he took such a negative elixir trade right there. I can't believe if this guy got 5 challenge wins, I don't know why he would play it like that, because to get 5 challenge wins, you know, you got to be a pretty good player in order to get that. So he wasted a lot of elixir right there. So we're definitely in command of this game, but you don't want to slip up, you don't want to get too confident, and you don't want to get caught with your pants down. I think that's the first time I've ever said that on my channel. That's a ridiculous saying. We don't want to get caught with our pants down and end up losing the battle. All right, so Golem's going down the left-hand lane. He's got the Lava Hound right now. He's actually using a Lava Hound Mega Minion deck, but he also has the Lumberjack and a couple of other strange cards like Barbarians. Let's go and drop our Ice Wizard on the left-hand lane. I'm going to Lightning down the Mega Minion and the Lava Hound, and if the Lava Hound doesn't have any backup on defense, it's going to do almost nothing. So Lava Hound's just going to keep spitting fire at the tower. Not really too worried about that at all. Lumberjack's going to go down right now, though, so Mega Minion will help clean up the Lumberjack. Notice where I placed it to where it's going to target that Lumberjack first, and then as the Fire Pups come out, they're just going to go ahead and die pretty quickly. And yeah, now the Golemites are on the left-hand tower. Tower's all the way down to 459, 406 HP, and that's only a lightning spell and a miner away from being a completely dead tower. So Tombstone's down right now, and let's go ahead and finish off this game. I'm sick of playing it. I just want to pick up that 3rd crown and get my way to 6 straight wins inside of this challenge. Mega Minion's running down the lane by itself, and here comes a Hog Rider. This has to be one of the strangest decks I've ever seen. So Zap Spell will go down on the Hog Rider, go down on the minions, go down on the Mega Minion. My own minions will come to cover up on that right-hand lane. And now that Lava Hound's hanging out on the right-hand side, I've got a Mega Minion, I've got my minions, and by the time that my Golem reaches his side of the map, he's actually going to have a huge counter push coming down the right-hand lane. So Golem's over there. I'm even going to drop another Tombstone in the very center, and the Tombstone has the skeletons, which will go on offense on that right-hand side. And take a look at the skeletons running down the lane. They're going to distract the minions for a second. My Zap Spell will kill the minions alongside the Ice Wizard, and take a look at that map. That's the biggest counter push I've ever had in my life. We got 2 Mega Minions, we got a set of minions, 2 Ice Wizards, we got a bunch of skeletons. That's going to be 3 crowns to 1 using this deck. He ended up picking up 1 crown towards the very end, and that will give us 1,200 gold and 65 additional cards inside of our chest. So guys, things look really good using this deck. You can definitely sub in the Golem for the Lava Hound. It is confirmed inside of this video that it's still plenty effective. It is a little bit more risky because it costs 8 elixir, but it does end up giving you a couple of advantages since it is such a tanky troops. So taking one last look at the deck, you can see we're rocking the Golem, the Lightning Spell, the Zap, Ice Wizard, Miner, Mega Minion, Minions, and the Tombstone. Really fun deck. If you don't have the Miner, which a lot of people ask, you can use a Goblin Barrel, and if you don't have an Ice Wizard, you can use another strong defensive card in its place. And yeah, try out the deck, let me know what you think, and that will do it for this video. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, hit that like button with your thumb, your nose, whatever you want to use, and yeah, that is going to do it. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.